Hey there, this is Sammak, and I just wanted to make an update video and fill you guys in on what I've been up to on Instagram and YouTube and just in my own life for anyone out there who is into my music or has been following me in any kind of way. First off, thank you so much for just being a part of my life in any kind of way, even though I can't see you. And yeah, it's always weird I've never really made a video like this, but I feel like it's something that is on my heart that I want to do. I want to start making more content and putting out a lot of music that I've been working on and sharing just messages and things that I want to share through my art. So I figured this would be a good first step in doing that. So let's see. I don't have any script or anything. I have a couple of things that I want to talk about, and I'm trying to not make this video be about me, even though it is about me, but hopefully anything that I'm sharing that I've been going through might inspire somebody else and be something that maybe you need to hear right now. So let's see. Sammak or Donrique. I've kind of had this nickname for a little while, Donrique, and it's been something. It was actually a nickname that my good friend Johnny Gorence gave to me back in high school. And for anyone who maybe knows a little bit about the last group that I was in, the Pilot Kids, Johnny and I formed a group called the Pilot Kids, and we were doing that for a couple of years. And Donrique was this like wacky nickname that Johnny gave me in high school. And the reason he gave me the nickname was because we had a friend named Eric, and Eric's name in Spanish class was Enrique. So in Johnny's creative mind, he was like, oh, if Eric is Enrique, then Derek is Donrique. So he just kept calling me Donrique, and then it stuck. And I just liked the name, and it was good for branding, I guess, and marketing, because anytime I would tell somebody that my name was Donrique, it was so sort of wacky and out of the ordinary that people seemed to, it seemed kind of memorable. But all that being said, I've changed my Instagram back and forth so many times between Derek and Donrique. I probably seem like a lunatic, but I decided to just stick with my real name, which is Derek Sammak. And there's a couple different reasons why. I can get into that in another video, but right now I'm in the process of changing a lot of my content that was Donrique to Derek Sammak, and also I'm going to be re-releasing the Wildflower EP that I put out as Derek Sammak instead of Donrique. So not quite ready to do that right now, and it's not like it has tons of streams or anything, but I am going to be transitioning all my content to Derek Sammak. And the other thing, I guess, is anyone who's a Pilot Kids fan, Johnny and I were making music for I guess 3 or 4 years or something like that, since high school, since we were 20 to 23 or something, 24, or maybe later. But anyway, a bunch of years, and we had a really great time making music together, and we're actually still friends. We still talk. We're still talking about making music together, and Johnny's helping me produce some of my songs, and it was kind of it's really challenging to be in a group, I think, for various reasons, but we're still friends. We're still planning on making music in our lives, and whether we do music together or not in any sort of way that we put out into the world, we'll see. Not quite sure yet where that path is headed. But let's see what else. So I'm also in the process of just putting out my own music. When we were doing the Pilot Kids, I was not singing. I was helping write lyrics, but I wasn't writing songs to completion. Like, me and Johnny were collaborating and doing it together. So a lot of times I would come up with a hook or a melody or a song concept, and I'd bring it to Johnny, and then we'd refine it together, and then Johnny would write the verses. So when we were doing the Pilot Kids, the onus was never really on me to write songs from start to finish, and I wasn't singing. Didn't have that responsibility in the group or that role. And so when we split up and I decided to continue making music, I started just kind of going back to my fingerstyle guitar roots, and that didn't really require me to write lyrics or to sing at all, so it was kind of easy for me to compose songs in that way. And then from there I decided that I wanted to start actually doing some singer-songwriter music, so I had to learn, and I'm still learning how to sing in a way that suits my voice, and I'm still learning and you'll never stop learning as an artist, but I'm still really figuring out the craft of songwriting and how to take songs from start to finish and take on all those responsibilities as the songwriter and the performer and the singer and all wearing all of those hats. So it's been an interesting journey for me. I haven't quite felt ready yet to release any kind of music in any besides like this song that I have out, Rollin' Train. But yeah, it's just been a challenge for me to kind of start in that direction of wearing all those hats as a songwriter and a performer and a singer. So that being said, I'm getting close to, and not close, but I'm kind of ready to start putting out some music. And that's also why I wanted to make this video, is to just sort of reconnect with anyone who's following me in any kind of way, and just let you know that I'm going to be ready to put out some new music soon. And let's see, what else? Yeah, and I'm currently living in Hoboken, New Jersey. I'm here at my apartment, and I moved out here about a year ago almost, and I was in a relationship for 7 years, and ended up, that relationship ended about a year ago during the pandemic, during COVID, and that kind of just set me on a path of just really trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, what my what my calling is in life, who I'm supposed to be around, what the next step is for me. So it's been, like everybody in the world, it's been a really interesting past year. And I'm also a graphic designer. I do graphic design. I was working for a media company, a really amazing media company called Malka Media in Jersey City. So I was doing that for about 18 months and working on music on the side. And I recently left that position at that job to really go back into pursuing music full time. And it's like the first time in my life that I'm completely, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a job, I don't, what else? I'm just kind of, for the first time in my life as like an adult man, I'm just like out here, and I don't really have any accountability for anybody. And that doesn't mean that I don't have to, make things happen, but it's an interesting time for me to just go out and really just pursue my music without any accountability to anyone else. So it's something that I really struggle with, like being a perfectionist and procrastinating and just wanting everything to be perfect with my art, and I'm trying to really just work past that, not only because I want to, but because I need to. So even just making this video is like, didn't want to make the video, and I was procrastinating on it, but I want to just get into a habit of just expressing myself and just sharing what's on my mind and putting my music out there. So yeah, that's kind of what, that's another part of why I'm making this video, is to just kind of get the momentum going. And let's see what else. So on a personal level, I was, like I was mentioning before, I was in a relationship for 7 years, and then I moved to this apartment, and I was kind of pursuing this, like, just trying to figure out what I'm doing, and just a lot of things. I was like, for instance, I was working on this song called Daddy that I was starting to promote on Instagram a little bit, or hinting at it, and I was wearing a pink suit, and it was kind of funny, but I spent all this time and energy and money in this song, and about like 3 months really of like really going all in on the song. And then I got to a point where I didn't want to put it out anymore, and it was just like, it was really strange. Like, it's something that I've kind of dealt with my whole life, is like I would work on something, I'd get so passionate about it, and then I would either just like ditch it, or decide not to do it, or get pulled in another direction. And finishing things is really something I struggle with. And anyway, I was just kind of getting fed up with I wasn't really trusting myself anymore. I would get, like I said, I would get so involved in something and then tear it down, and I didn't really, I'm at this point now in my life where I just didn't trust anyone. I'm kind of cynical, don't really like to listen to other people's perspective on things in the world, and try and fly my own plane, and it got to the point where I didn't even trust myself to fly my own plane. And anyway, that led to me kind of researching into who am I, what's my faith, what do I believe in, which led me to going back and looking into my faith in Christianity and my faith in in Jesus Christ, which was something that I didn't really have at all. I was raised Catholic, and I went to CCD class and took communion when I was 12, and I don't think I've been to church since. So anyway, I got, for what it's worth, for anyone out there who may be of the faith or who may be struggling with what they believe in, I recently became a born-again Christian, and I restored my faith in Jesus Christ, and I'm now I'm here to serve God. I'm here to serve God's kingdom. And, maybe that's not your thing, and that's totally fine, but it's definitely something that I want to have be part of my content and my music. So it's not that I'm necessarily going to be a Christian artist, so to speak, but it is something that I battled with my music, is like, I always wanted to make music that like spoke to people's soul and rather than their flesh. And I never really understood what that meant. And it just, following Jesus Christ for me is really putting into perspective a lot of what I've been struggling with. A lot of what I've been battling with is just this sort of like spiritual battle of good and evil, for what that's worth. And yeah, it's something that is really pushing me now to understand what my calling is. And so all that being said, I'm still going to continue to make music and art, and I just want to be myself for whatever that's worth. And yeah, so that's kind of why I'm just sticking with who I am, Derek Sammak, and I want to just really speak what's in my heart, and hopefully that can connect with you guys. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. And let me see, anything else? I'm just going to continue to make videos, make content, and stick around for any updates on Instagram or here on YouTube. And I just want to thank you guys for following me. Anyone who's followed me over the years, or has learned my music, or has just commented at any point, I really do appreciate it. And I'm also really looking forward to just getting out into the world and performing, and hopefully meeting some of you guys someday soon in the future. So thank you so much for being here, for listening, and I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.